You've probably heard a lot of stories about muscle cars. Loud names, flashy legends, and icons everyone already knows. But every once in a while, there's a car that doesn't scream for attention, doesn't show up on posters, and doesn't dominate the conversation, yet quietly delivers something shocking, something unexpected, something powerful enough to rewrite what you thought you knew. This is one of those stories. Because sitting quietly in the background of the muscle car era was a full-size family sedan that looked like it belonged in a grocery store parking lot, but had enough power to embarrass cars that had no business losing. A car most people walk past. A car most enthusiasts never talk about. And yet, under the hood, it carried the soul of a street bruiser. The 1970 Oldsmobile Delta 88. At first glance, it doesn't look dangerous. It looks responsible. Big body, long wheelbase, room for the kids, bench seats, chrome trim. The kind of car your neighbor would wash on a Sunday afternoon. The kind of car no one expects to hear coming at full throttle. And that's exactly why it mattered. Before we go any further, take a second and hit the like button if you enjoy uncovering forgotten automotive legends. And if you want more stories like this, stories that dig deeper than the surface, make sure you subscribe, because this one only gets better from here. Back in 1970, America was obsessed with horsepower. Bigger numbers meant bragging rights. Muscle cars were the stars of the show, and everything else existed in their shadow. If it didn't wear a performance badge or scream aggression, people assumed it was slow. Oldsmobile understood something most brands ignored. Power didn't have to shout. The Delta 88 wasn't built to flex. It was built to move. And when equipped with the right engine, it became one of the most underrated sleepers of its time. Under that massive hood sat Oldsmobile's legendary 455 cubic inch V8, a big block engine designed not just for speed, but for torque. The kind of torque that doesn't ask for permission, the kind that pushes you back into the seat before your brain catches up. In its high output form, this engine was rated at around 390 horsepower. But numbers on paper didn't tell the full story. What made the Delta 88 special wasn't peak horsepower. It was how effortlessly it delivered power. Smooth, immediate, relentless. This was a family sedan that could pull away from muscle cars at stoplights without breaking a sweat. And that contradiction is what makes this car fascinating. Because while other manufacturers were building stripped-down performance machines, Oldsmobile was slipping serious power into a car designed for comfort. Full-size body, plush ride, quiet interior, and an engine that could dominate the street if provoked. This wasn't about racing stripes or hood scoops. This was about confidence. The Delta 88 rode on GM's body platform, which meant it was massive, over 18 feet long, wide enough to feel planted at speed, heavy enough to stay stable when the road opened up. And when paired with a big block V8, that weight didn't slow it down, it gave authority. Torque changes everything. At low RPMs, the Delta 88 surged forward with a kind of calm aggression. No drama, no screaming, just forward motion that felt endless. You didn't need to wind it out. You didn't need perfect conditions. You just pressed the pedal, and the car responded. For families in 1970, this was luxury. For enthusiasts who knew what they were looking at, it was something else entirely. A secret. Most Delta 88 buyers weren't chasing quarter-mile times. They wanted reliability, comfort, space. Oldsmobile delivered that, and then quietly offered an engine option that turned the whole package into a monster. This is why so few people talk about it today. The Delta 88 didn't build its reputation on street races or magazine covers. It earned it in moments that didn't get recorded. Late-night highway pulls, unexpected gaps opening in traffic, the look on another driver's face when a family car pulled away. The muscle car era wasn't just about coupes and convertibles. It was about experimentation. And the Delta 88 was proof that performance could exist anywhere, even where no one was looking. Inside, the car felt nothing like a performance machine. Soft seats, wide dashboard, simple gauges. You could fit your entire family comfortably, close the doors, and cruise in silence. That contrast made the power feel even more surreal. pressing the throttle didn't change the personality of the cabin. It changed the reality outside. And that's what made it dangerous, because people didn't see it coming. The 455 engine wasn't exclusive to the Delta 88, but its presence there was unexpected. Oldsmobile engineered it with durability in mind. Thick components, conservative tuning, built to last. That meant the engine could handle abuse without complaint. This wasn't a fragile race motor. It was a workhorse with muscle. The transmission choices complemented that philosophy. Smooth shifts, strong internals, designed to move a heavy car without stress. Everything about the Delta 88 was engineered for longevity, not attention. That's why so many survived. And that's why today, when one shows up clean and original, it stops people in their tracks. Not because it looks exotic, but because it represents a forgotten mindset in American car design. A time when power didn't need to be flashy. A time when family cars could still scare you. If you're still watching, stay with me. Because what made the 1970 Delta 88 truly special wasn't just the engine. It was a moment in history it existed in. This was the last breath before everything changed. Emissions regulations, fuel crises, rising insurance costs. The muscle era was already starting to fade, even if no one wanted to admit it. Cars like the Delta 88 slipped through that narrow window, built before restrictions tightened, before performance was dialed back. That timing matters, because it means this car carries the full force of pre-regulation American engineering in a package that was never meant to be aggressive. And that makes it rare in a way most people don't recognize. The Delta 88 didn't need to prove anything. It just existed. And in doing so, it became one of the most honest expressions of power from that era. No gimmicks, no exaggeration. Just a big car with a big engine, doing exactly what it was built to do. And that's only the beginning of the story. Because once you understand how this car drove, how it fell on the road, and how it quietly earned respect, you start to see why the 1970 Oldsmobile Delta 88 might be the most underrated family hot rod America ever produced. You've probably heard a lot of stories about muscle cars, loud names, flashy legends, and icons everyone already knows. But every once in a while, there's a car that doesn't scream for attention, doesn't show up on posters, and doesn't dominate the conversation, yet quietly delivers something shocking, something unexpected, something powerful enough to rewrite what you thought you knew. This is one of those stories. Because sitting quietly in the background of the muscle car era was a full-size family sedan that looked like it belonged in a grocery store parking lot, but had enough power to embarrass